just spoke with the Prime Minister of Israel and Lebanon. I'm pleased to announce that their governments have accepted the United States proposal to end the devastating conflict between Israel and Hezbollah.
US President Joe Biden has announced a ceasefire deal to end 13 months of fighting between Israel and with Hezbollah. The Lebanese military are supported by Iran. In a joint statement, the US and France said the agreement would cease fighting in Lebanon and secure Israel from the threat of Hezbollah and other terrorist organizations. Here's everything that happened so far and how the war continued to expand. Over the past year, the Israel-Hezbollah conflict has escalated significantly, marked by military actions, casualties, and regional tensions. Here's a timeline highlighting key events. According to the Armed Conflict Location and Event data, Israel exchanged at least 9,613 attacks with Hezbollah and other armed groups in Lebanon from October 7 to September 6. About 82% of these attacks, 7,845, were carried out by Israeli forces, which killed at least 646 people in Lebanon. Hezbollah and other armed groups were responsible for 1,768 attacks that killed at least 32 Israelis. Following the Hamas-Israel conflict, Hezbollah intensified its activities along the Israel-Lebanon border. This included anti-tank missile attacks, drone strikes, and cross-border infiltrations, prompting retaliatory strikes by the Israeli Defense Forces. Civilian casualties and the use of white phosphorus by the IDF were reported. Hezbollah launched attacks targeting IDF positions, with Israel intensifying its air and artillery responses. Protests erupted in Lebanon following incidents like the Al Ahli hospital explosion in Gaza. The conflict reached new heights when Israel conducted a significant invasion of southern Lebanon, aiming to target Hezbollah's infrastructure. Thousands were displaced and casualties rose sharply. On September 17, thousands of pagers, many belonging to Hezbollah members, simultaneously exploded, killing at least 13 people and injuring hundreds critically. On September 18, there was a fresh wave of explosions of communicating devices, including walkie-talkies. Hezbollah escalated its missile strikes deeper into Israeli territory, leading to a further civilian evacuations in northern Israel. On September 20th, the IDF responded with airstrikes targeting residential buildings in a crowded Beirut suburb during rush hour and strategic sites in Lebanon. It announced later that day that it had killed Ibrahim Akhil, Hezbollah's military commander. The Israeli Air Force strikes approximately 400 Hezbollah targets in Lebanon, including rocket launchers. Israel called on residents of southern Lebanon to leave only hours before blanketing the area with more than 1,300 airstrikes. Those strikes killed at least 558 people, including women, children, and healthcare workers, and injured more than 1,800, according to Lebanon's Ministry of Health. This is the highest single-day death toll in Lebanon in decades. Hezbollah fired dozens of rockets towards northern Israel, most of which were intercepted, while Israel said it carried out more than 200 airstrikes in Lebanon, killing another 92 people and wounding more than 150. Several hours later, the Israeli military announced that Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah was killed in the strike in Beirut. Hezbollah later confirmed his death. Analysts said the killing of Nasrallah has transformed an already complex and deadly regional conflict with a broad array of potential outcomes for Israel, Gaza, Lebanon, and beyond. Israeli Defense Forces spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari revealed intelligence about a Hezbollah finance hub located beneath Al Sahel Hospital in Beirut. According to Hagari, the bunker belonging to Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah is said to store millions of dollars in gold and cash. He emphasized that the IDF has not yet targeted this site but disclosed the information to highlight Hezbollah's use of civilian infrastructure for military purposes. International pressure mounted for a ceasefire, but both sides continued their military engagements. However, after the ceasefire announcement between Israel and the Iran-backed Hezbollah group on November 27, activity returned to the streets of Beirut. People were seen waving Hezbollah flags. Some held up a large portrait of its late leader Hassan Nasrallah, while cars blared their horns in celebration.